Hello, everyone. My name is Antonio Ortiz, and sitting here with Aubrey Ward, friend and
How's it
classmate of
going?
ours here in this graduate program. How you doing, Aubrey?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm really good. Thank you for asking. Um, the big question here for this week's weekly interview practice is regret. Is there any moment in your life that you have a significant memory of that you have a strong regret of not doing something or doing something?
I wish I played basketball. Um, I actually say that because I didn't get to play basketball until I was in sixth grade, but I'm a fast guy and I'm a quick learner, and defense was one of the things that I was very good at. Defense is a big necessity now, when with basketball. So not a lot of people play defense. We score a lot of points, and that's about it with basketball. So my expertise was really being able to defend, get rebounds, and if I'm open, I can make something happen. But I really wish that I was able to hone in and craft an ability to actually play basketball because being an athlete, a football player, um you have a drive that is just you can do anything, any sport, anything. You can put your mind to it, you can do it. So I do regret not playing basketball because I feel like I would have been very good at it and good enough to the point where I could have played three sports in college. I mean, three sports in high school, and possibly, with three sports, scholarships, you played three different sports. It would have probably helped me get into a better college than what I did.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, athleticism translates to pretty much every sport, and then with other sports, it's like added coordination. Like basketball, there's a level of added coordination that other sports don't have. But yeah, you talked about defense. Now, and like everyone talks about this in the NBA, how it's like games are like 130 to 100, whatever. I would say, honestly, as a basketball fan, the NBA Finals was really good in terms of there was a lot of scoring, but I think both teams, San Antonio and New York, the way they can switch on everything and play defense, that was amazing to watch. I think both teams are very strong defensively, in certain points of the game. Why do you think that defense isn't as harped on as much now? And it's a rare thing to find that players don't be focusing on defense that much.
Well, I think I want to say I want to say when the Boston Celtics won, I do not remember that year when they had Paul Pierce and all of them. I want to say that year was the year I can remember a finals and like just basketball playoffs being like 90 points plus. Like that's it. Like you're getting 80, 90 points and that's it. Um, I feel like after we got to the point after that where you got these LeBron Jameses and super teams of the world, people that are putting up numerous amounts of points fast, showed everybody that okay, we need more scoring in order to, compete. Because if you can't compete with the best team in the NBA, how are you going to be able to win?
True.
So, hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Defense at a point in time, I feel like didn't matter. I feel like the offensive game just started to take over per se because you need to be able to compete with the best teams in the league.
Mhm.
And in order to do that, more people had to display that they can score the ball. So then you start getting your international players now that are very, very good at scoring the ball. And now you're putting up 130, 140 points in the regular season of the NBA. So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Bringing it back to you on the basketball side, your biggest regret is not playing basketball. Were there ever any moments starting there in sixth grade when you had started playing that you had the opportunity to try out and you didn't? Is that what it is? Like you could have tried out, but you didn't, or you didn't make the team? What was that?
So it's a crazy story. Pretty much my dad was the deciding factor to this thing. So my dad's a big sports guy. He was a track guy. If anybody's familiar with Robert Smith, my dad ran track at Euclid High School before Robert Smith, and he was Robert Smith before Robert Smith. Broke all his records. He broke all my dad's records. So at a point in time, I started to develop speed and getting real fast. So my dad always says, like, you need to do sports that correlate. Track and football correlate. You can't put all your eggs on three different sports and try to do all three different things, and now you can't hone in on your craft. So seventh grade, I played middle school ball. Eighth grade, played middle school ball, and I played with the eighth graders in seventh grade. So I was pretty good.
Nice.
And like I said, I was fast. I played defense, things you need. So, whatever you need, I was able to do. I just, wasn't a scorer. I had to develop scoring. I've only played 3 years up until eighth
Yeah.
grade. That was my third year. But my dad said, like, when you get to high school, there's no way you can play basketball, football, and run track. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like, why can't I not do all three sports? He like, how are we going to train for basketball when you have to train for football? And if you're training for football, it's the same as training for track because you could do your sprint work. And I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I really want to play basketball. The coach at the high school said I'll be pretty good. They need a defender, da da da, this, that. And he was like, well, son, I just don't think it's a good idea. And anytime you hear your dad like say like, I don't think it's a good idea, you kind of just be like, well, I guess I can't do it. I mean, so that's how I felt. And the decision was really not mine. I feel like at that point. So it kind of I just look back at it and kind of get upset about it sometimes because I wish I don't even want to call it scared. I just wish at that point in time I was able to tell my dad like I really want to play, and if we could just let me play a year to see if I'm actually good, and if I'm not, I'll stop. So yeah.
Have you ever talked to your dad about this now, recently, or later after that?
Actually, no, because it's been so long ago now. I mean, I always, I'll play with my friends, go do some runs or something.
Yeah.
I kind of call myself like Lance Stevenson, J.R. Smith. I have games where I just somehow magically got a bunch of points, somehow, some way, or I have games sometimes where I have no points, but I got like seven steals. So like, so I just never really talked about it because I've never had a chance to really hone in on like being a actual good basketball player. Other than like,
Yeah.
playing in the backyard and dribbling by yourself and practicing shooting, I really didn't have a chance to really, really get better.
That's great. Um, my last question here is you what is your mindset when you eventually have kids and with them playing multiple sports in this world that because we are living in this world now where it's becoming that you got to be specialized in this sport or at least once you hit a certain age like I think the mindset of society today is like oh yeah it's fine like get them into any sport you can and they'll be athletic but once they hit especially college high school but now even middle school we want you to focus in on one sport because if you're going to go to the league, you're going to be doing football all year round, or you're going to be doing all
Mhm.
basketball all year round. What's your
Mhm.
mindset on that, and what are you gonna instill with your future children?
Oh, well, my future children will definitely play whatever sport they want. However many, we'll figure it out. One thing I did in high school that I really, really love to take credit about is I used to watch a lot of Messi highlights in high school, like him dribbling the ball. I feel like soccer can translate on the football field, not just the kicking aspect, but the ability to move and fast twitch muscles. So like seeing him juke with a ball, I can do these moves with just feet without juking. Like
Right?
I could take some of the stuff Messi does with a ball and do it on the field and move people with my ability that way instead of with a ball. So I feel like everything kind of has its translation. Like I said earlier, football can translate with track can even translate with basketball to a point because you need to be able to be endurance. You need to be able to run up and down the court at fast paces. You need to be able to move laterally. Football and basketball translate. even tennis, you need to be able to move laterally. It's they all kind of favor, even if you were to go out for track and just do field events, you're a jumper. It's basketball. You got to be able to have jumping ability, be able to get rebounds. Some people can dunk, some people cannot, but you need the ability to jump. So I feel like just like any sport, even rugby and football correlate, right? Some rugby players played football. It's just every sport I feel like has some type of correlation, and I'm definitely gonna be a parent that let's try any and everything. Like let's just see what you're good at, and if you're good at that one sport, that'll be the sport we focus on. But it won't be the I will not deny any other sport because we just never know. You might grow into something and be better at something than you were as a young kid.
And sometimes it's the best as a parent if your kid's playing a sport that you didn't play because you don't know
Right.
anything and all you get to do is just sit there and enjoy it. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Just eat a hot dog and enjoy.
right. Well, I think that's all we have for today, Aubrey. I want to thank you for coming out and really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Of course, Antonio. Anytime. Thank you.